Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and in today's episode we get to check out a pre-release version of the upcoming FSRealistic. We checked out FSRealistic Core a few months back and now the full version is getting ready to release, and today I'm going to show you what it looks like. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future updates and future guides that will be coming down the road. Link to Patreon can be found in the description below. Okay guys, so as I said, we have been given the opportunity to demo a pre-release version of FSRealistic. The other thing I want you guys to be aware of right away is that at some point during the video, I'm going to be telling you guys how you can win your copy, a free copy of FSRealistic. I have 2 free copies to give away that I will be releasing on the launch day. The morning of launch, I will be announcing the winners of FSRealistic from my giveaway. Again, stay tuned for later in the video and I will tell you guys how to win your copy of FSRealistic. So stick around for that. Now, what is FSRealistic? FSRealistic is a software that injects everything from sounds to camera shakes and basically enhances the overall immersion of the simulator. Now, it is far more than just a flat plane. You select an aircraft and off you go. You can customize the you-know-what out of it. There are everything from the different wind sounds to gear sounds to vibration sounds, flap controls, everything you can think of pretty much as far as an auditorial perspective. You can edit using FSRealistic and change it to what you think you know what your brain's wanting to hear. The other thing is the camera shake. The camera shake is a big one. As you increase power, maybe as you're taxiing, the aircraft will be bouncing and shaking, and the camera will actually add some of that in there so it feels more realistic. Now, with the camera shake, that is a relatively new development because in the previous version of FSRealistic Core that I demoed quite a few months back now, the SDK did not support camera shake, so it wasn't even an option. So it is a good point to notate that this is a pre-release version, so we may run into some bugs and things may change prior to the launch, but obviously only change for the better. And the camera shake is still in preliminary stages. It is a very early release of the camera shake and will obviously be enhanced as time goes on and as the SDK for Microsoft Flight Simulator continues to develop. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to go through every single setting and option that you have within FSRealistic. That would, you guys, when you see the list, the video would be immense. Okay, it would be huge. But we are going to check out a few settings. We're going to first test it out with the Just Flight Piper. We're going to see if that's included in the list here, and if for any reason it's not, maybe we'll mess around with a couple of sounds ourselves, see if we can change things, give you guys an idea of how it works, and then we'll go to an aircraft that I know is supported, such as like the Cessna 172. So let's go ahead and get right into the window itself. So obviously, first, you just have a connection status window. That's totally cool. Tells you you need to start a flight. Once we start a flight, we're going to get a whole different span of options. In the settings, you have a master volume. Remember, this master volume is for FSRealistic Core. Or not Core, sorry, FSRealistic. Gosh, it's going to take me forever to stop saying that. FSRealistic is going to generate different sounds separate from Microsoft Flight Simulator, okay? Now, you have the auto minimize on launch. You have an auto start. This means that when you launch Microsoft Flight Simulator, FSRealistic will automatically launch as well, so you don't have to worry about whether or not you remember to start it. And then announce connection. When Microsoft Flight Simulator launched, it said FSRealistic connected, right? And then mute on the background. This is if you click off screen, it will mute FSRealistic. Now, if you have any questions or concerns about the software, they include a bunch of different resource links, everything from a manual to their purchase website, the forums, Facebook, and then obviously a contact us. This is fantastic. I love that you have access to all of this directly from the app. You don't have to worry about searching around the internet or remembering a darn website or saving anything. You just click what you need and off you go to the races. So let's go ahead and find our aircraft here. I'm going to leave the FSRealistic menu up for now. Anyone else have this problem where you try to click on a parking spot and your mouse moves? It drives me nuts. There we go. All right. And I was really impressed with FSRealistic Core. I used it for a very, very long time, and I think I only stopped after my last installation, and that was just, quite frankly, I forgot to reinstall it. It's one of those, you know, when you're testing mods and add-ons at the rate that I do, it's pretty easy to forget one. All right, here we go. So listen to just all the sounds as you first launch. Okay, so it looks like that's it for that. Now, for example, when I launched the 172 earlier, I had a bunch more, tons more. Okay, oh, there it goes. You can still hear them clicking around. They're going to be banging around doing things while I'm continuing to chat. Take a look at the options list here. I mean, everything from breathing, cabin ambience, clear prop. I mean, look at all this, guys. The clear prop enunciation, you can choose the voice that you want it to be, whether it's male or female or random. I mean, just look at all this stuff, though. All of we're still getting in the plane, apparently. All of this information is things that you can tweak and edit to your liking. Touchdown front wheel. If you want to change the front wheel sound, the movement sound, the camera movement, camera shake, all of this good jazz. And then the main wheels. You know, what kind of sound do you want? Like, for example, I think we can preview this here. Look at that. And there was the camera shake that I was telling you about. We now have a camera shake. Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot to hit done. And then again, the profiles here. You know, here's the profile. It looks like we picked the Coronado. I meant to click the Just Fight. That's totally fine. We'll accomplish the same goals. The profile cloud. You can actually go to the cloud and select different profiles that as I was saying earlier, that other users have created. And then, of course, the settings menu we already talked about. So, again, I'm not going to go through all of these, but I want you guys to, if you are someone who really likes to dive in deep on this kind of stuff, you can really get crazy with it. So, in the interest of saving time, we're just going to do an auto start because I want you guys to feel the experience, not worry about whether or not I can remember how to start an aircraft. At this point, I'm going to bring the FSRealistic window down. And let's get rolling here. I'm not going to be using any track IR or anything like that today because I want to make sure that any camera shake or anything like that that you guys hear or see is from the aircraft. And I think these sounds continue until we start. So here we go.
Clear.
And just take a look at the camera shake. You can feel us breathing, okay? The sort of camera movement, like your head's kind of moving, because our heads are never perfectly still, right? And if we go ahead and let's power up here. And this is VR supported. I think there was only one catch that I wanted to announce in regards to VR. Give me just a second here because I want to make sure I catch that. Oh, sorry, guys. VR support is now official. Camera movements, but not the UI window in VR. So, what that means is that when you're in VR, the vibration that we're seeing here on the dashboard will be shown, but this will not. Okay, so if you want to make any edits or changes to these, you have to come out of VR or lift your headset, however works best for you. All right, so let's go for a little hop. And you guys can make the decision on what you think of FSRealistic. I can tell you right now that the compare and contrast is night and day. Okay. Let's see here. Anybody remember where the parking brake on this thing is? That's my parking brake. Thank you. All right, let's get going here. Oh, you know what? I do that every time I'm looking for the weather menu. I don't know why I always hit escape. It is so mental of me. I don't know why I have this issue. How long has the sim been out and I'm still doing that? Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, live weather today, it's going to be 29 right is our takeoff. So we got quite a bit of a taxi to go. Turn, baby, turn, baby, turn, baby. Ah! Joe, watch out! Don't walk into the wing, dude! Alright, I'll zip my lip now and let you guys just listen. listen and see all the experience that the aircraft is. Trying to find the taxi light. I can't remember where it is on this aircraft. Oh, there's my flap handle. Okay, cool. Been a while since I've flown the Piper. Alright. So here's what we're going to do. We're obviously going to take off. We're going to do a little bit of flying around with the weather as is. Then we're going to set some different scenarios, storms, things like that. See how much that changes the impact on the immersion provided by FSRealistic. While we're up and flying around, at some point I will let you guys know what you must do in order to win your own copy of FSRealistic. Again, 2 free giveaways, and I'll be telling you guys how to do that, and I will be announcing the giveaways first thing in the morning on launch day. So, let's go ahead and get this show started. Oh man, it really has been a while. Landing light needs to come on, and strobe light can come on. I think that's it. All right. Let's take the runway. And I hope the shaking is really portraying well in the video. I can tell you right now, it is very, very awesome here on the screen when you're watching it on a full monitor. So I'm just seeing a little preview on OBS. So I really hope it's translating well for you guys. All right. Just be alive. 65 knots. Come on, baby. Gear up. And even the gear retracting sound was edited through FSRealistic. Too much, too much, too much, too much. Come back. Again, just letting you guys listen and watch. And you can see how much the camera is moving around, and this is exactly why I wanted to make sure not to have track IR enabled today. I'm just going to sort of stay near the airport, do some circles around. Let's go ahead and test out some other weather here. Let's get crazy. Let's do rain. For example, let's see if we can mess with that a little bit. 'Cause you can't really hear it, huh? There you go. There it is. He just sneezed. Wasn't expecting that. That actually startled me. Okay, so now let's talk about how to win a copy of FSRealistic. If you want your very own copy of FSRealistic and you want it for free, you must do the following. You must A, be a subscriber on YouTube. You must B, join the Discord channel, link down in the description below. Under the screenshot section, you must send me your best landing screenshot. Now, that could be the aircraft's main wheels just touching down. Maybe you haven't touched down just yet. However you want to do it, but your best screenshot of a landing. And you must title your post FSRealistic. So that is how you must, or that is what you must do in order to win your copy of FSRealistic. And I will pick 2 winners on the day of release. So once again, YouTube subscriber, Discord subscriber, and in the screenshot section on Discord, your best landing screenshot titled FSRealistic. That is how you can win your copy. So now let's turn this weather away for a minute. And let's go to, what do we got? Let's go to overcast. And we are south of the airport. I can almost guarantee it at this point. Alright, so now we're going to do a real quick demonstration of landing. So let's go ahead and, as you can hear it, let's get the gear down. Flaps 2. Prop back to full. There's our camera shake. As the prop increased. Make sure we're at full mixture. I would say definitely takeoff and landings, I think, is where it shines the most. But there are profiles for the A320. There are profiles for just about every aircraft that is currently available in the simulator. It is absolutely a fantastic addition, and the fact that it's now available in VR as well is a really big deal. That camera shake, that natural dashboard shake in VR, I think is going to add a lot. And we are high on the approach. Space shuttle approach. Slip it. And the severity of the shake you can also adjust. So it's not like it's just an on and off thing. You can actually increase or decrease the intensity of the shake based on your preference as well. Donut. Do a donut right on the runway. There we go. All right, you guys. Well, that is just a really quick, down and dirty demonstration of FSRealistic. Now, just to go through a few of the settings here while we're on the taxiway, let's go ahead and just stop the aircraft here and chat for a quick second. We'll just go through a couple of things that I think that would be interesting for you all. So as we are going through the settings, you have the airframe wind frame, or airframe wind, okay? And you can have all these different settings. The clear prop enunciation is awesome. Cockpit ambience. Oh, it has no preview factors. My bad. The engine start, that's a big one. Let me actually shut the engine off. There's that shake. The engine vibrations you can change. So like here's would be stable RPMs. Accelerating. Your throttle. There's so much that you can change in here and customize and tweak to your liking. Everything from, you know, the ambient sound effects to your gear effects to your flap controls, like I was saying earlier. Now, any one of these items probably doesn't seem like a whole lot right now. When you put the whole package together, though, guys, I can promise it's really, really fantastic. And I know it's real easy to wrap up into, oh, well, he just got a free copy of it, so he's just talking it up. I want to make it very clear, guys, that I've gotten free copies of plenty of add-ons in the past that unfortunately I have given bad reviews on or just not been willing to endorse based on what I've seen. So I want you guys to keep that in mind, that this is my genuine, honest opinion. I'm very passionate about this stuff. You guys know that if you've been watching my channel for any length of time at this point. I have no problem saying yay or nay. And this is a big yay. This is really a fantastic addition. And I think to get the most out of it, you're going to have to be willing to spend the time to really dive in deep. But just by using the profile that came with the software here, I thoroughly enjoyed that. And it was a massive difference. As you guys do not currently have this available yet, I highly recommend jump in the Coronado PA-28, jump in a Cessna 172, whatever, and see what it's like. You'll see that everything is just so static. There isn't any movement. There isn't any life to the cockpit. And that's what this really brings, is it brings the cockpit and the aircraft to life. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little review. Again, launch date hopefully to be by the end of this week. Don't forget about the details to win your copy of the software, and I will be announcing the winners on the launch day. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful week. Stay safe and healthy as always, and I'll see you in the next one.